Possession is a fundamental aspect to all levels of Rocket League, from beginner through to pro level. But why is maintaining possession so important? Hey, I'm Jack, your friendly neighborhood Rocket League player still figuring out how to hit the ball. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why possession is important in Rocket League. I'll split the video up into these three parts. Let's get into it. Firstly, we need to start off with why possession is so important in this game. Now remember, Rocket League is based off of football or soccer, and both have the same objective, to score more goals than the other team. And possession is so important in both games for many reasons. Possession allows your team to keep pressure on the opposition. It allows us to capitalize when our opponents make a mistake, but also it actually gives you time to set up your next play. As much as we can, we don't want to rush to give away possession of the ball. There's a major difference between simply hitting the ball around the field compared to hitting the ball with purpose. Once you get up to the higher levels of gameplay, there needs to be purpose to your possession. Your opponents just won't give you the time to hit the ball around all willy-nilly. You need to act, and you need to act quickly. Patience is a key component to effective possession play in Rocket League. Take a minute to watch back any of your replays. I'm sure you will find many examples where you may have rushed into a play and may have benefited from playing more patiently. I know this applies to my gameplay. Obviously, game modes like 3v3 are less dependent on possession play. However, there can be brief moments where a possession play can cut through most or even all of the opponent's defense. I'm now going to take you through some examples of pro possession plays so you can see why it's so important. Now, while this possession play is only brief, watch how apparently Jack can literally take control of the game by keeping the ball close to him and protect the ball to allow his teammate to follow up afterwards. By doing this, it allows his team to keep pressure on his opponents and almost creates a scoring opportunity for his team. Next up, we have Squishy. Now watch how much time he realizes he has before taking the shot. Even without touching the ball, you can see JKnaps backing off to defend Squishy's shot, but his placement is just too good. The final player we have here is Beast Mode. Now while this play doesn't result in a goal, watch how Beast Mode is able to slow down the entire game simply by taking control of the ball and air dribbling it off the wall. In this situation, many players would have boomed it directly off the wall there. If you haven't, I would highly recommend checking out some pro level gameplay and seeing how they're able to take control of the game simply by utilizing their possession. I'll leave Jack's, Squishy's, and Beast Mode's channels down in the description below. And now for the juicy part of the video, with some of my tips on how you can improve your possession play in Rocket League. Here they are. Practice lighter touches. What I mean by this is practicing chipping the ball in front of you. Here, you want to aim to keep the ball within one car length of your own car. Why? Well, for two reasons actually. One, so you are able to follow up with another hit on the ball, and two, so you can conserve your boost to execute the next play. My next tip, don't flip into the ball. While there are some times where it's best to flip into the ball to boom it down the field to clear pressure, if we want to maintain possession, we want to keep it as close to us as possible. A simple chip of the ball can go a long way to helping you keep possession of the ball and provide the time to set up your next play. Next is to enter free play and not use boost. Boost can be a factor that often leads to players giving away possession a little too easily. Hop into free play and unbind your boost button to see the difference having no boost can make. You'll likely find it a lot easier to maintain possession of the ball, and you won't have those sudden moments where you want to lash out on using boost going up for an air dribble off the wall. The next is to practice your catches. I find catches are a fundamental to gaining possession of the ball, usually when your opponents boom it down your end of the field. If you practice and manage to nail your catches, you'll likely not fumble the ball as much when gaining possession of it, allowing you to take control of the game and to launch your next attack against the opposition. As I mentioned before, you want to be hitting the ball with a purpose. But Jack, what do you mean by this exactly? Young Grasshopper, it's about knowing what you're trying to do with the ball. Looking to score? Okay, work out if you need to flick the ball over your opponent, if there's time of course, or if it's a better option to take the 50-50 because you're running low on boost. Essentially, you want to be forward planning what will happen next in the game, so you're that one step ahead of your opponents. Finally, take your time. Now, I know this is easier said than done, but there are many situations in a game of Rocket League where you actually have more time than you think. Your instant decision shouldn't be to just hit the ball. Pause for just 1 second to analyze the current play before you take a cheeky touch of the ball. I believe in you. I will conclude this section of the video in saying that possession also does develop with the more hours you put into the game, but it's important to unlearn any bad habits that may be causing you to give up possession too easily. While this part of your gameplay won't exactly win you more games, it will help you with allowing you to take control of it in hopes to create a scoring opportunity for you and your team. So there we have it. I hope this video was helpful in showing you why possession is so important in Rocket League and how you can improve it. If you liked this kind of video, you may like my videos on how to improve your game sense there on the left of the screen, or how to shoot effectively here on the right side of the screen. I'm Jack, and I'll see you next video. Catch up.